Hi everyone, welcome to the Indian Polity through NCERT's batch that we have launched recently. Now this is a batch that has been launched by Arpita Sharma classes for the UPSC CSE examination. Those of you who are preparing for 2023 or 2024 are free to join this batch. Now, what are the features of this batch? What are we going to provide to all of you? So, this is basically an NCERT based batch which will cover the 4 Indian polity NCERTs of class 11 to class 12. Okay, and it is an English medium batch. And what are we going to do? Every day, it is starting from 20th of June 2022. So from 20th, this is a 1 month batch till 19th July 2022. This batch will continue. एक महीने का ये batch रहेगा. And in this 1 month, daily lectures will be uploaded on this channel. The link will be shared on the special Telegram group that will be formed for this batch for those who have joined this batch, who have enrolled in this batch. Now what will happen? Every day chapter wise lectures will be conducted. Okay, and those lectures, the link will be uploaded on the Telegram group for this particular batch. Then the link will be uploaded at 8 a.m. in the morning. By 11 a.m. we will be sharing the PDF of the lectures that we will teach, and those PDF will contain the homework also. Okay, and that homework will be mains oriented also and prelims oriented also. Questions from pre and mains, mock questions will be put up in the PDF, and including PYQs. We will also put up in every chapter the PYQs, the previous year questions which have been taken by UPSC from NCERTs of Indian polity. Okay, class 11 to class 12. We will put up those questions also. Students will solve the question. They will be given the time, ample amount of time, and the submission time will be, if you are not a working aspirant, then by 6 p.m. the same day you have to submit your answer sheets on the Telegram batch. And if you are a working aspirant, you are doing your job and preparing for UPSC. So by 10 a.m. the next day you can submit your answer sheets. Okay, on the same Telegram group that we will form for this particular batch. Okay, and then the answer sheets will be checked by me, Arpita Sharma. I am your educator. I'm going to check your answer sheets. I'll give you feedback and your scorecard will be given to you. Every day scorecard will be maintained so that you can monitor your progress. This batch will not only help you cover your NCERTs on Indian polity from the perspective of UPSC pre and mains examination, but also it is going to help you train your brain from mains perspective. You will start very slow and steady, and with consistency by the end of the month, you will be in a position to write good answers when it comes to the mains examination. And we know that since last 4 years, UPSC has increased the toughness and number of questions from polity that we have noticed. And UPSC has reverted to NCERTs to frame prelims paper. It has also started asking foundational questions in mains to check your roots, to check your conceptual clarity. So we are going to make sure that your conceptual clarity is strengthened up, in this 1 month time period. So if you're ready to join the batch, and if you honestly want to participate in the question solving and developing your common foundational senses on Indian polity, you can mail us on this mail ID upscwithease@gmail.com. इस मेल आईडी पे मेल करके आप इस बैच में enroll कर सकते हैं. The fee of this batch is ₹400 only, and the batch is starting from 20th June. So by 15th June you can enroll. 15 जून के बाद enrollment बंद हो जाएगी. After 15 June the enrollment will be over, will be closed. So till 15 June you can mail on this ID upscwithease@gmail.com. The email ID is given below in the description box also. You have to pay just ₹400. आप देख रहे हो cost benefit analysis, देख रहे हो जहां पर market में ऐसे NCERT based courses 10-10 हजार के बिकते हैं, यहाँ पर हम सिर्फ ₹400 एक minimum fee ले रहे हैं because of all the efforts that our team is putting in to create the content for this course for all of you from the perspective of UPSC. So you can join this course. फटाफट से आप इस कोर्स को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. 15 जून तक इस कोर्स में आप इनरोल कर सकते हो. ठीक है, एंड मेक श्योर कि आप इस कोर्स को फटाफट से ज्वाइन करो आज ही. So this is the first lecture that we are making in this course. We are covering political theory textbook for class 11th. So the book that we are covering is textbook of class 11 political theory, and the very important chapter we are covering is freedom, because from liberty and freedom many times questions have appeared in UPSC in 2021, 2017, 18, 19. liberty freedom के ऊपर काफी questions आए हैं. Keeping that in mind, we are starting this chapter today. All right. Now when we talk about freedom, what things comes to your mind for the first time? देखो freedom की बात करते हैं, we talk about the Indian freedom movement. Okay, when we talk about freedom, automatically we think about the national freedom movement in India. Then we think about Nelson Mandela ji, right? We think about Aung San Suu Kyi इन म्यांमार. तो ये जो अलग अलग हमारे दिमाग में लीडर्स की फिगर आती है, वो सब फ्रीडम से एसोसिएटेड है. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज फ्रीडम? लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. फ्रीडम की बेसिक डेफिनेशन इज, इट इज, राइट इट डाउन, इट इज द पावर, और यू कैन से इट इज द राइट टू एक्ट, टू स्पीक और टू थिंक एज वन वॉन्ट्स. जैसे आप चाहते हो वैसे आप सोच सकते हो, वैसा आप बोल सकते हो, वैसे आप एक्ट कर सकते हो. उसी पावर को फ्रीडम बोलते हैं. एंड दैट इज वाई समटाइम्स इट इज मिसयूज्ड ऑल्सो. सो फ्रीडम मीन्स द स्टेट ऑफ नॉट बीइंग एनस्लेव्ड और इम्प्रिजन्ड. जब कोई आपको बांधे नहीं, जकड़े नहीं, रिस्ट्रेन ना करे, वही तो फ्रीडम है. ओके. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द फिलॉसफी ऑफ वेबस्टर, मेरियम वेबस्टर, freedom is defined by Merriam-Webster as the quality or state of being free, the absence of necessity. Now, Nelson Mandela also, he wrote a book, very famous book called Long Walk to Freedom. When he was imprisoned, 27 years के लिए उनको जेल में डाला गया था, solitary confinement में डाला गया था. And that time he wrote a very important book called Long Walk to Freedom. He described his journey, his personal struggle against the apartheid movement and apartheid, you can say social evil in South Africa. What is apartheid? Discriminating between citizens based on their race or color. That was apartheid movement. Against इसके खिलाफ वो खड़े हुए थे, इस एक्ट के खिलाफ, और इसी दौरान उन्होंने काफी टाइम स्पेंड किया था जेल में. ठीक है. And then another book written by Aung San Suu Kyi. She was also a 1991 Nobel Peace Prize winner. इनका वे जो था, इट वॉज इंस्पायर्ड बाय महात्मा गांधी जी. शी रोट अ बुक कॉल्ड फ्रीडम ऑफ फियर. शी सेड कि फ्रीडम तभी आपको मिल सकती है जब आप फ्री हो. अनलेस यू कैन लिव फ्री फ्रॉम फियर, यू कैन नॉट लिव अ डिग्निफाइड ह्यूमन लाइफ. जब तक आप डर से मुक्त नहीं हो, तब तक आप एक इज्जत की जिंदगी नहीं जी सकते. ठीक है. तो आपको डर से मुक्त होना है. यू हैव टू बिकम फ्री फ्रॉम द फियर, ओनली देन यू कैन लिव अ डिग्निफाइड एंड रिस्पेक्टफुल लाइफ. So she also, fought for democracy and human rights. And basically, when we look at these leaders, we get one thing. We understand one thing. What is the power of freedom? Freedom में काफी ताकत है. Freedom has a lot of power. See, just assume that there is a housewife, okay, and she's married to there is a girl, not housewife. Let's say there is a girl, and she's married to a man. ठीक है. And this girl then starts to handle her house and her financial affairs etc. But the husband is very very scary. That means he is very dominating. He tries to restrict her freedom of going out or meeting her own family members, her own mother or father or brother or sister or friends. Okay, in that kind of environment, this woman, even if she has a certain amount of education, she will be very fearful. And even if she is fearful, educated but fearful, she will not live a dignified life. But only when she will break away the shackles of fear and she will confront her husband and stand upright against her husband, only then she can live a dignified life. ऐसे तो कोई भी dominate कर देगा इसको, है ना. जब तक ये अपने डर से नहीं जीतेगी, जब तक अपने डर को हटाकर लोगों के आगे सामने खड़ी नहीं होगी, लोगों को फेस नहीं करेगी, अपने डर को फेस नहीं करेगी, ठीक है, डर को नहीं हराएगी, तब तक डिग्निफाइड लाइफ कैसे जिएगी. ऐसे ही हर बच्चे पे, हर इंसान पे एक आप कह सकते हो ये चीज लागू होती है. If we had remained fearful of the Britishers, we would never have won the independence. Just because we were not fearful of the Britishers, we stood against them, we won our independence back, right? So that is the power of freedom. And freedom will help you to act in an autonomous way. Autonomous way means, yes, you are guided by certain rights, certain duties, but you are free to move about in this country. You are free to study what you want to study. You are free to go to certain places in this country or outside the country, right? That is autonomous way. And freedom means absence of constraints. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? This is one dimension of freedom. ये एक पहलू है freedom का कि constraints नहीं होते. मतलब कोई आपको जकड़ के बांध के नहीं रख रहा है. freedom की बात हो रही है तो, ठीक है। एंड फ्रीडम विल हेल्प पर्संस टू मेक देयर इंडिपेंडेंट डिसीजन। अगर आप फ्री हो तो आप अपने पेरेंट्स के सामने बोल सकते हो ना कि भाई मुझे तो यूपीएससी की तैयारी करनी है। व्हाई आर यू प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी? बिकॉज you have taken your own independent decision. You have convinced your parents that I want to give the civil services, I want to become an IAS, IPS or IRS or IFS officer, right? अगर आप रेलवे का एग्जाम दे रहे हो तो आपकी फ्रीडम है, आपने इंडिपेंडेंट डिसीजन लिया है क्योंकि आपको फ्रीडम मिली हुई है डिसीजन लेने का। सो फ्रीडम काफी हेल्प करता है आपको खुद के डिसीजंस लेने में। फ्रीडम हेल्प करता है कॉन्स्ट्रेंट से ऊपर उठने में, ठीक है, रिस्ट्रिक्शन से ऊपर उठने में। सो फार इन दिस चैप्टर ऑन पेज 1 दे हैव हेल्प्ड अस टू अंडरस्टैंड द पावर ऑफ फ्रीडम, व्हाई फ्रीडम इज नेसेसरी, फ्रीडम की जरूरत क्यों है, ये समझाने की हमें कोशिश की गई है। Now, when we talk about freedom, the chapter now is trying to expand the definition of and meaning of freedom. Because if I am giving you freedom to do anything, you can also do the worst things. अगर मैं आपको फ्रीडम दे दूं, आजादी दे दूं कुछ भी करने की, तो आप तो कुछ उल्टा सीधा भी कर सकते हो। So now this chapter is making us understand what exactly is freedom. Freedom is, not involuntarily you are doing anything. No, freedom comes with reasonable restrictions. And what is that? We will understand further. Freedom means expanding the ability of people to freely express themselves. You are helping people to develop their capability and their expression. You are helping them to express themselves. When you are giving a person freedom, that means you are helping them so that they can speak their heart out. वो अपने दिल में जो बात है वो कह सके, एक्सप्रेस कर सके, उस वही आजादी है। You are helping them to develop their potential by giving them freedom. If a person has the potential to be an IAS officer, but you are restricting that person by saying again and again, no, it is a very competitive exam. You are trying to create fear in his or her mind. It's a very competitive exam. You will not be in a position to clear it because there are 10 lakh students who are sitting for this exam. The syllabus is so vast. How will you be able to cover it? You are a mother of 2 children. How can you give this exam? You are a wife or you are a husband. You have other responsibilities, this and that. You are piling up fear in that person. That is not freedom. You are telling that person that you can give any other exam but UPSC. That is not freedom. Freedom is when you motivate that person. If that person wants to give UPSC exam, you are motivating him or her. You are supporting him or her. You are helping them to develop their potential, to reach their full potential. That is real freedom. उसी को तो freedom बोलते हैं। ऐसे तो बहुत लोग आपका इमोशनल फायदा उठा लेंगे कि आप जिस चीज के काबिल हो वो लोग ये बात जानते हैं, बट आपको वो डिमोटिवेट करेंगे उस चीज में जाने के लिए, ताकि आप अपने पोटेंशियल को पूरी तरीके से डेवलप ही नहीं कर पाओ। ऐसे लोगों से बच के रहना है इस पूरी जर्नी में। यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल ऑफ दीज काइंड ऑफ पीपल, ठीक है, इन योर जर्नी टू अटेन सक्सेस और टू अटेन अ सिग्निफिकेंट पोजीशन इन सोसाइटी। Make sure you are not emotionally being used or misused by people. Please make sure. Stupid नहीं बन के रहना है, यही फ्रीडम है। फ्रीडम ये नहीं कि कोई आपको बहुत प्यार कर रहा है बट आपको प्यार प्यार में डिमोटिवेट भी करता जा रहा है, वो तो भाई टॉक्सिक हो जाता है। वो फ्रीडम नहीं है, वो तो एक तरीके से इनडायरेक्ट आपको सबकॉन्शियसली बांध रहा है, जकड़ रहा है। एंड व्हाट इज अ फ्री सोसाइटी? फ्री सोसाइटी इज अ सोसाइटी वेयर देयर आर मिनिमम सोशल कॉन्स्ट्रेंट्स एंड वेयर देयर इज when there is the possibility to develop your own full potential. That is a free society. Even that applies to your own house. एक free household क्या है? What is a free household? Where there are minimum social constraints, and even if there are constraints, those are reasonable constraints for your safety only, okay, or for your well-being only. They are logical and reasonable constraints, and there is an environment in your house where you can develop your full potential. That is a free household. Same applies to a free society. जब ऐसा माहौल हो सोसाइटी में, समाज में, जहां आप अपने पोटेंशियल्स को पूरी तरीके से, अपनी काबिलियत को डेवलप कर सको और जहां कंस्ट्रेंट्स रीजनेबल हो और कम से कम हो, वही फ्री सोसाइटी होती है, आजाद सोसाइटी होती है। एंड नाउ द अनदर क्वेश्चन कम्स, मैम, which social constraints are necessary and which social constraints are not necessary? भाई ये भी तो पता होना चाहिए, ऐसे तो कोई भी कैसे भी constraints लगा देगा। ओके, तो कौन से आपकी रुकावटें जरूरी है और कौन सी नहीं जरूरी है, कौन से बंधन जरूरी है, कौन से जरूरी नहीं है। सो फॉर दैट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द इंडिविजुअल एंड द सोसाइटी. What kind of relationship exists? For example, in Pakistan, the relationship between an individual and society is very different as compared to India or as compared to even US. अगर आप पाकिस्तान की सोसाइटी को यूएस की सोसाइटी से कंपेयर करो, कितना डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट और रिलेशनशिप है ना एक इंसान और सोसाइटी, समाज के बीच में। So you have to keep in mind that kind of environment and the relationship between the individual and society to understand what constraints are necessary and what are not. But make sure that minimum social constraints are there, and those social constraints which are there, they are reasonable and logical. भाई ये नहीं कि illogical कुछ भी आपने रुकावटें और दबाव बना दिए इंडिविजुअल के ऊपर, नहीं. ठीक है, पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. Now let us solve some questions. This is what we are going to do in our batch also. यही सब चीजें हम अपने बैच में भी करेंगे. Question number 1 has been taken from NCERT Indian Constitution at Work. Consider the following statements about Constitution. Constitution ensures that good people come to power. Constitution is the locus of people's hopes and aspirations. Constitution gives its citizens only a political identity. Now this kind of question or statements you will never find in M. Lakshmikant. You will find, because M. Lakshmikant is a static book. You will find these statements in NCERT because NCERT is a foundational book. आपके common sense को develop NCERT ही करती है. Your common sense gets developed when you read NCERTs. So let us answer this question. Now the students who have skipped NCERT in their attempts, they will say this question is out of context. कैसा question पूछ लिया? नहीं भैया, बिल्कुल सही question पूछा है. और it has been copied and pasted from the NCERT, and that is the power of NCERT. It can help you clear your preliminary examination in first attempt only. Okay, when it comes to the foundational questions. तो यहाँ पर which statement is correct? देखो, Constitution gives its citizens only a political identity is wrong. It is not just giving you a political identity but also an economic identity. A national identity it is giving you. सिर्फ एक वोटर थोड़ी हो तुम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के लिए. आप वोटर से कहीं ऊपर हो. You are the soul of this country. You are the people of this country. You are the people who are governing this country through your representatives. So third statement is wrong. Okay, because only तो extreme word हो गया. Common sense use किया इसमें आपने. If third statement is wrong, we can use elimination method. We can eliminate option B. ठीक है, we can eliminate option D. We are left with two options. Now let's look at second option. Constitution is the locus of people's hopes and aspirations. Yes, our hopes and aspirations, they are put up in the Constitution. They are bundled up in the Constitution. What kind of rights we want, what kinds of duties we want, what kinds of representatives we want, what kind of eligibility criteria, भाई किस तरीके का ये सारे जो हमारे होप्स और उम्मीदें है ना एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को लेकर, इस कंट्री को लेकर, वो सब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ही तो बांध के रखा हुआ है. So second statement is correct. A will be eliminated. Now even if you don't know about statement 1, you now know what is the correct option. It is C. First statement is wrong. Why? Because it is saying Constitution ensures that good people come to power. ये कहाँ लिखा हुआ है भैया? ऐसे तो कोई भी पोजीशन में आ जाता है, पर ये तो कहीं नहीं लिखा कि भाई सिर्फ अच्छे लोग ही पावर में आए. ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. How will Constitution know what are the deep desires and intentions of a person? दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है इंसान के, Constitution को क्या पता होगा? तो वो कैसे इंश्योर कर सकता है? How can it ensure that only good people are coming? Even good people have hidden desires, hidden, you can say, secretive desires, evil intentions. So Constitution cannot see that. Constitution कोई इमोशनल इंडिकेटर थोड़ी है किसी इंसान का. ठीक है, पॉइंट क्लियर हुआ. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग, सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. सो वी सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. इवन इफ यू हैवंट स्टडीड एनसीईआरटी इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एट वर्क, you can still solve the question using your logical sense. Now second question, positive liberty recognizes. Now this question has been taken from the chapter that we are studying right now, freedom. Positive liberty recognizes that one cannot be free in society and hence tries to change the structure of the society. It is concerned only with inviolable area of non-interference. Now when we talk about freedom or when we talk about liberty, one and the same thing, right? So there are two kinds of liberties. First is a positive liberty, second is a negative liberty. Negative liberty means that every person has a freedom to do anything or speak anything. That means this is my business and none of your business. लोग बोलते हैं ना, people often say this, भाई ये मेरा मतलब का है, तुम्हारे मतलब का नहीं है इसमें कुछ, तो दूर रहो मेरे मैटर से. Some people they say this, please stay away from my matter. This is my matter, this is my business, I'll handle it. That is negative liberty. That is an area to operate where nobody else can interfere. कोई ऐसा किसी इंसान के जीवन का पार्ट जिसमें कोई बाहर का इंसान इंटरफेयर नहीं कर सकता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई टुडे थिंक दैट आई वांट टू विजिट चेन्नई और आई वांट टू गो मुंबई टू मीट माय फ्रेंड्स और टू जस्ट एक्सप्लोर द सिटी, nobody can stop me from doing that. Government cannot interfere. You cannot interfere. My parents cannot interfere. Yes, they can interfere to some extent, but yes, they cannot stop me doing it if I am a mature person. अगर मैं एक mature person हूँ, 20s में हूँ, earn कर रही हूँ, independent हूँ, मेरा decision है, मैं मुंबई घूमने जाना चाहती हूँ, तो parents भी इसमें मुझे forcefully रोक नहीं सकते, मेरे friends मुझे नहीं रोक सकते, because that is my area of doing something. Nobody else can interfere. That is my decision. That is negative liberty. When nobody else from outside can interfere in my decision, that is negative freedom. Okay, now here they are saying positive liberty recognizes that one cannot be free in society and hence tries to change the structure. And what is positive liberty or positive freedom? It means, for example, I want to go to Mumbai. मैं मुंबई जाना चाहती हूँ for holidays, but I don't have the money for the ticket. Ticket के लिए, whether it's an airplane ticket or train ticket, I don't have the enough money. And if I sit in the train, or if I sit in go to the airport, they will not allow me to enter. Why? Because I have not purchased the ticket. That is positive freedom. I have taken the decision. Nobody can stop me. But if I have not paid for the ticket, then I will not be allowed to step into that airport or into that railway compartment. Okay, that is positive. And now for earning that ticket, I have to earn money. अब मुझे पैसा अर्न करना पड़ेगा. That means I have to make sure that my condition is good enough so that I can go for a holiday in Mumbai. That is positive freedom. Positive freedom का मतलब क्या हो गया? What is positive freedom? That to make sure that I want to implement my decision, I have to make sure that I work according to the societal norms. ठीक है, my decision will affect the society. If I'm not purchasing the ticket and I'm stepping into the airplane, they have the right to just escort me out from the airport. That is positive freedom. So I have to live according to the society because my decisions are impacting the society also. Here, if I'm going to Mumbai, it is not impacting the society in any way. It is my personal decision. Okay. But in positive liberty, whatever decisions I make or whatever decisions I plan to make, that will have an impact and that will be related to the society. Okay. So here society can interfere. Here society cannot interfere. Negative liberty में society cannot interfere in my decision, but in positive freedom society will enter into my decision. So this statement is wrong. ठीक है, one cannot be free in society, hence tries to change the structure of the society. That is wrong. Okay, why it is wrong? Because one can be free in society. फ्री हो सकता है. I can be free in society to go to Mumbai. Okay, but if I do not have the ticket, I have to change the structure of the society. How? By working in the society, by earning money so that I can afford the ticket, by cooperating with the airport staff and security. If I have not bought the ticket, I cannot sit in the plane. So I need to cooperate with them and move out of the airport and then earn my ticket for that holiday that I deserve or I want. Okay, and second statement is saying it is concerned only with inviolable area of non-interference. That is also wrong. ठीक है, there is no inviolable area of non-interference. Here society is interfering in my decision. If I do not have the ticket, they can escort me out from the airport. So they are interfering. In negative freedom, they are not interfering. So this is wrong. So correct answer will be D. None of the above are correct. दोनों ही statement गलत हैं. Alright, we will study positive and negative liberty in this lecture, don't worry. Now next question, which one of the following objectives is not embodied in preamble? Preamble में कौन से objective नहीं लिखा हुआ है? Liberty of thought, economic liberty, liberty of expression, belief. Thought और expression और belief तो is mentioned, but economic liberty is not mentioned. Economic liberty mentioned नहीं है. Liberty में thought, expression, belief में ही your finances and your economic liberty comes in thought only. A में ही अपने आप आ जाता है. It is not specifically mentioned. So B is the correct answer. Okay. We'll study this preamble chapter also in this NCERT batch. Now when we talk about liberalism की जब हम बात करते हैं, we focus on the individual rather than on family or society, because liberalism का मतलब क्या है? When I say I am liberal person, that means I am a tolerant person. ठीक है? The value in liberalism is tolerance. Now I can defend the right of a person to hold and express his or her opinions and beliefs. For example, if I say that if my friend has decided to get married, so that is his individual liberty. He can get married to whoever he wants to. Nobody can interfere or nobody can force him not to marry that girl. अगर मेरा दोस्त किसी लड़की से शादी करना चाहता है तो मैं या उसके पेरेंट्स कौन होते हैं उसको फोर्स करने वाले? ये उसका पर्सनल लिबर्टी है. That much freedom he has to choose his own partner. ओके, सो लिबर्टी इज इंडिविजुअल बेस्ड, एक इंडिविजुअल बेस्ड होती है लिबर्टी, फैमिली बेस्ड नहीं। अगर उसकी फैमिली उसको सपोर्ट नहीं करे तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं भी उसको फोर्स करूं कि तू भाई उस लड़की से शादी मत कर, नहीं। फैमिली, समाज, दोस्त यार, उस पर डिपेंड नहीं करता, बिकॉज एट द एंड दैट पर्सन हैज टू स्पेंड द रेस्ट ऑफ हिज लाइफ विद दैट गर्ल, सो दैट शुड बी हिज ओन डिसीजन. Priority is given to the individual liberty over values like equality, etc. Okay. Now, liberals, they tend to be suspicious of political authority also. They also criticize certain political acts because they are more focused not on the society but on an individual. That is why they are little bit suspicious of the political authority, because political authority try to frame laws and acts keeping the society in mind. Okay, whereas liberals think about the individuals. They favor free market. Okay, and right now they have also tried to include certain aspect of the society also. अभी जो modern liberalism है वो society के बारे में भी सोचता है. Initially they only used to think about the individual. Now there is another principle which has been highlighted in this book, which is the harm principle. Now, there is a very important philosopher in Indian polity. If you have public administration as your optional, you will learn about John Stuart Mill also. Now, he talked about self-protection. He said that the sole end of mankind, end means the sole aim. एंड का मतलब यहाँ पर क्या है, सोल एम ऑफ मैनकाइंड इज सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन. देखो आखिर में तो हम सब जो स्पीशीज है, हम सर्वाइवल की तो बात करते हैं. व्हेन वी वर होमो सेपियंस वी यूज्ड टू टॉक अबाउट सर्वाइवल ओनली. So right now also we are talking, whatever we are earning, you are preparing for exams, you are preparing for jobs. For what? Your last aim is to self protection ना. बिकॉज अगर आप अर्न नहीं करोगे तो कैसे अपनी फैमिली को सपोर्ट और प्रोटेक्ट कर पाओगे. प्रोटेक्शन के लिए तो हम सब जी रहे हैं. फॉर प्रोटेक्शन ओनली वी आर बिल्डिंग हाउसेस. फॉर फाइनेंशियल प्रोटेक्शन वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन स्टॉक्स, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, एफडीज एटसेट्रा. व्हाट इज द सोल एम ऑफ अर्निंग ऑल्सो? अगर आप अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से पूछोगे, योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स विल हैव मेनी एफडीज. व्हाई दे वर इन्वेस्टिंग इन फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स? फॉर प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ देयर फ्यूचर, फॉर द फ्यूचर ऑफ देयर चिल्ड्रन, देयर ओन हेल्थ. सो सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन के लिए इंसान जो भी कुछ कर रहा है ना, वो अपनी प्रोटेक्शन के लिए कर रहा है. द एंड एम इज प्रोटेक्शन ओनली. Okay, so here he said that power can be rightfully exercised over any member of civilized community against his will, it to prevent harm to others. That is the harm principle. That means if a person is his intentions or his acts are like in a manner that it is going to harm certain other people, then you can exercise your power on this person to stop him from exercising his freedom. ओके, अगर आपको लग रहा है ये बंदा इन लोगों को किसी तरीके का नुकसान पहुंचा सकता है, तो आप अपना पावर यूज करके इस इंसान को रोक सकते हो, इसके फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन या फ्रीडम ऑफ थॉट को रोक सकते हो, रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हो, ताकि इन लोगों का नुकसान ना हो. दैट इज अ हार्म प्रिंसिपल. इफ somebody's actions are going to hurt or harms or cause major harm to some other people, then you can use your power to restrict that person. That is the harm principle. And John Stuart Mill said that there are two types of actions. Self-regarding actions, that means this is my business, none of your business, and other regarding actions that have consequences for other people. Okay, for example, यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो ऐसे एक्शन जिससे किसी और को हार्म पहुंचे. For example, let's say you are trying to overspeed. You are driving and you are rash driving. You are overspeeding. That and if somebody is trying to stop you, you cannot say this is my business, none of your business, because your actions are going to injure somebody. Your actions are going to destruct somebody's house or somebody's tent. So that is those kind of actions are other regarding actions. Okay, जहां पर आपके कृत्य से या आपके एक्ट से किसी और को नुकसान पहुंचे. सेल्फ रिगार्डिंग एक्शन होता है जिसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस है वो आप ही के ऊपर आता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन म्यूचुअल फंड्स, समबडी ट्राइज टू स्टॉप यू एंड सेज म्यूचुअल फंड्स तो बेकार हैं, दे आर रिस्कियर, दिस एंड दैट. भाई दैट इज माय बिजनेस. If mutual funds में invest करके I am not going to earn more, the consequences will be on me. If I am going to earn more, that consequence will be on me. It is not going to impact anybody else around me. So that is सेल्फ रिगार्डिंग एक्शंस विच आर हार्मलेस, जो कि हार्मलेस होते हैं. बट अगर किसी और का नुकसान हो रहा है आपके एक्शन से, देन दोज एक्शंस आर रॉन्ग. You can stop those actions. State can put constraints over such kind of people. ठीक है, but again, if there is a minor harm that is caused, then force of law cannot be used. Okay, you cannot use law and forcefully on that person. ठीक है, you can socially disapprove that person, you can stop talking to that person. ठीक है, मान लो उसके कुछ कहने से किसी का दिल दुख रहा है, उस केस में ये नहीं कि गवर्नमेंट के पास जाके केस कर दोगे उस इंसान पे, नहीं, उससे बात करना बंद कर दो, सिंपल सोशल डिसअप्रूवल यूज कर लो. बट अगर मेजर हार्म है, फिजिकल इंजरी होने वाली है, फाइनेंशियल लॉस होने वाला है किसी को आपके एक्शन से, तो उस केस में दैट इज सीरियस हार्म. ओके, constraints should be put on a person, but constraints also should not be severe. Severe means it should not destroy the freedom of that person. Judicial constraints, which are known as reasonable restrictions, can be put on that particular person. Reasonable restrictions means those kind of restrictions which you can explain logically, which are rational. ऐसे नहीं कुछ भी बोल दिया कि भाई अब से तो तू काले कपड़े ही पहनी हो, या अब से तुझे कमरे में बंद कर देंगे, ये reasonable restrictions नहीं है. ठीक है. And what exactly is liberty? Article 21 talks about protection of life and personal liberty. That is Article 21. Please remember this. This question, Article 21 related question came in prelims also. Protection of life and personal liberty. Freedom for people to choose their way of life, have political views, behavior in society. That is liberty. Okay. Now liberty, equality and fraternity are, you can say interdependent on each other. Fraternity means brotherhood. The feeling of brotherhood, अपनेपन की, भाईचारे की फीलिंग को फ्रेटर्निटी बोलते हैं. लिबर्टी कैन नॉट बी रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम इक्वालिटी. ऐसा तो नहीं है इक्वालिटी हमने दे दी बट लिबर्टी नहीं है, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. फ्रीडम ही नहीं है, इक्वालिटी का क्या करेंगे. ठीक है, देयर इज इक्वालिटी बिटवीन मेन वुमेन एंड एंड एजेड पीपल, बट देयर इज नो लिबर्टी टू परस्यू एजुकेशन. तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इक्वालिटी इज देयर देन? What will we do with that equality जब आप पढ़ने ही नहीं दे रहे हो किसी को. ठीक है, so liberty cannot be removed from equality and equality cannot be removed from liberty. If you are given freedom to study but there is no equality, then also there is injustice. So equality and liberty are two sides of one coin. They cannot be divorced from each other. And both liberty and equality cannot be separated from fraternity. Fraternity भाईचारा तो होगा तभी आप equality डाल सकते हो. यूनिटी की फीलिंग तो होनी चाहिए ना. देयर शुड बी अ फीलिंग ऑफ यूनिटी. ओनली देन यू कैन प्रॉपरली यूज द इक्वालिटी गिवन टू यू और लिबर्टी, फ्रीडम गिवन टू यू. ठीक है, वरना तो एनिमिटी की फीलिंग तो लिबर्टी इक्वालिटी को भी खराब कर देती है. एंड इफ देयर इज नो फ्रेटर्निटी देन लिबर्टी एंड इक्वालिटी कैन ऑल्सो नॉट एग्जिस्ट. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर. नाउ लेट्स से इफ देयर इज नो इक्वालिटी, अगर इक्वालिटी नहीं है ना सोसाइटी, देयर इज नो इक्वालिटी बस लिबर्टी इज देयर. In that case, liberty would produce supremacy of few over many. कुछ लोग ही दूसरों पे राज कर पाएंगे, उनको ही ज्यादा प्रिविलेजेस मिलेंगे, बिकॉज समानता तो है ही नहीं सोसाइटी में. फ्रीडम दे रखी है तुमने पर समानता नहीं है. ओके, एंड इफ देयर इज इक्वालिटी विदाउट लिबर्टी, इट वुड किल द इंडिविजुअल थॉट प्रोसेस एंड इंडिविजुअल इनिशिएटिव ऑल्सो. Okay, that is the relationship between liberty, equality and fraternity that you need to understand logically from the perspective of prelims. So when we talk about liberty, it is not just the absence of restraint. It does not mean that the restrictions are not there on you. No, it is also a condition where you are given an environment where you can fully develop your personality. You can reach your full potential. That is liberty. Without majority of restrictions, with minimum constraints, you can develop your personality and your potential. That is the definition of liberty. Now when we talk about freedom, freedom has two dimensions. First dimension is when there are absence of constraints. Okay, जब constraints नहीं होते हैं आपके ऊपर, रुकावटें नहीं होती है आपके ऊपर. Second, freedom as expression of opportunities to express oneself. When you are free to express your thoughts, your intentions, and where there are minimum constraints, these two are the dimensions of freedom. Now, there is a very famous philosopher called Isaiah Berlin. He wrote a very important essay in 1958. The essay was Two Concepts of Liberty. And in that essay, he talked about negative liberty and positive liberty. These are the two sides of liberty, or you can say freedom. दो senses होते हैं freedom के भी, एक negative होता है, एक positive होता है. So as we discussed previously, negative liberty means that area in your life wherein nobody can interfere. If you have decided to give UPSC's exam and attempt, nobody can interfere in that decision. If you have decided to eat pizza today, nobody can interfere. If you have decided to eat chocolate today, again nobody can interfere in that decision. Government cannot stop you ना from eating chocolate. Government थोड़ी बोलेगी नहीं भैया तू चॉकलेट नहीं खाएगा, या government थोड़ी बोलेगी, या आपके पड़ोसी आके बोलेंगे, थोड़ी बोलेंगे नहीं UPSC मत दे. ठीक है, बोलेंगे भी तो वो आपको फोर्स तो कर ही नहीं सकते हैं. They cannot force you. So you can express yourself. You are free from interference of any kind. That is negative liberty. उसको हम negative liberty बोलते हैं. Why it is known as negative? Because here people can make use of this kind of freedom in a worst way possible. आपने दिमाग में डिसाइड कर लिया मैं तो मर्डर करूंगा ही करूंगा, ठीक है, तो फिर वो नेगेटिव लिबर्टी का आप गलत इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो. यू आर यूजिंग दिस नेगेटिव लिबर्टी wrongfully. If you have decided to commit a fraud and you are making plans, nobody knows about it, so nobody can try to stop you in that case. So people can make use of this kind of freedom wrongfully also. Then in negative, another sense why it is known as negative, that nobody can interfere. ठीक है, that is why negative. Positive liberty, here you can take control of one's life and realize its fundamental purposes. For example, if you do not have the ticket money to sit in the train, you will not commit any kind of crime to sit in that particular compartment. You cannot sit without ticket. You must need a ticket, and for that you will realize your duty towards this country. You will earn money for that ticket. Only after earning money you will go to the train and you will sit in that particular compartment. बिना टिकट के आप नहीं चढ़ोगे, उतार दिए जाओगे. तो आप समझोगे आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है भाई कि मैं ये काम नहीं कर सकता, मुझे अर्न करना पड़ेगा, टिकट कमाना पड़ेगा, फिर ही मैं अच्छे से लीगली उस ट्रेन के कंपार्टमेंट में बैठूंगा या बैठूंगी. पॉजिटिव लिबर्टी हो गई. Or if you are aware of your fundamental purposes, you will not decide not to cheat in exam. If you are sitting in the exam, you are not cheating. That is how you are changing the society also, by inculcating values in the society. That is positive liberty, when you include the society in your decisions. जब आप society के बारे में, or you include the values given by your parents or given by your society, okay, to make a decision, informed decision, that is positive liberty. For example, let us say that this is a woman called Kajal who works in Chennai and now she is wanting to visit her family in Mumbai. If she is exercising negative liberty, that means she could travel from Chennai to Mumbai. Nobody can interfere in her decision. Nobody can violate her decision. That is negative liberty. Nobody can violate. You cannot violate. That is negative liberty. ठीक है? And here, if she do not have the ticket, she is poor. मान लो उनके पास टिकट नहीं के पैसे नहीं है, poor है. Then she knows that she cannot afford the ticket. She will cancel her trip. She would try to earn money and then only she will sit in the train. That is positive liberty. That she is aware of her circumstance and she knows what to do in order to come out of that particular circumstance. Okay? Point clear हुआ? So if we willingly or for the sake of pursuing our goals or ambitions accept certain restrictions, our freedom is not similarly limited. Now if you are saying that if you are the government is restricting the freedom of a person to some extent, that is wrong. No, if you know your goals and ambitions and for that purpose if you are accepting the restriction, that is not similar to limiting your freedom. For example, you are preparing for UPSC. Your family members say that you have to switch off your social media accounts. You will not say that they are trying to restrict you, they are trying to create hurdle in your life, this and that. No, they are doing that. You know that this is required for you to dedicatedly prepare for this exam without any distraction. So you will accept that you will accept that particular restriction, and that is not limiting your freedom. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया? जब आप एक्सेप्ट करते हो अपनी सिचुएशन देखकर कि हाँ भाई ये रिस्ट्रिक्शन तो जरूरी है मेरे ऊपर. मान लो आपको एक अल्कोहलिक्स, घर वाले आपको रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर में डाल रहे हैं या एक कमरे में थोड़े दिनों के लिए बंद कर रहे हैं या फिर आपको किसी अच्छी जगह संतों की संगति में लेकर जा रहे हैं, आपको पीने से रोक रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये नहीं वो आपकी जान लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, नहीं, वो आपको आपके भले के लिए ही रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर रहे हैं. आप उस रिस्ट्रिक्शन को एक्सेप्ट करोगे. ओके, नाउ व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन? Now there was this person called John Stuart Mill. He was a political thinker and he said that freedom of expression has three kinds of meaning. ठीक है? Now he said first, no idea is completely false. If you are saying that we are practicing freedom of expression and if somebody tries to put his or her opinion in front of you and you are saying you are a liar, that is wrong. Because कोई idea झूठा नहीं होता. जो हमें झूठा लग रहा है उसमें भी सच होता है, because that person is giving his idea or opinion from his own perspective. You are having your opinion from your own perspective. We cannot say that this other person's perspective is wrong. ऐसे तो आपका perspective भी गलत हो जाएगा. Okay? So every idea is not completely false. Certain kind of truth from that person's perspective is there in his idea. Second, truth does not emerge by itself. Even if the other person is saying a true statement, it is not emerging in it by itself. Just because 2-3 people were arguing, they were trying to put their opinions, truth emerges from the arguments only. सच्चाई ना लोगों के डिस्कशन एंड आर्ग्यूमेंट से ही निकलती है, मंथन किया जाता है बात का, स्टेटमेंट का, उस मंथन से सच निकलता है. Okay, so it is only through a conflict of opposing views that truth emerges. Okay, and thirdly, this conflict of ideas is valuable not just in the past but is of continuing value for all times. Truth always runs the risk of being reduced to an unthinking cliche. It is only when we expose it to opposing views that we can be sure that this idea was truthworthy. If you have an idea, okay, you can put that idea in front of more people, more knowledgeable people. They will discuss upon it, they will argue upon it, and only then you will be sure that your idea is ट्रू और नॉट. अगर आपको कोई ओपिनियन या आइडिया आ रहा है तो आप उतने ही काबिल या उतने ही नॉलेजेबल इंसान के सामने वो आइडिया या ओपिनियन रखिए, अपनी बात रखिए. वो अपने नॉलेज के बेस पे उस आइडिया को डिस्कस करेगा या आर्ग्यूमेंट करेगा, उसी से आपको समझ आएगा आपका आइडिया सही है या गलत. We cannot say that what we consider true is actually true. Even आप जो सोच रहे हो वो भी सच नहीं हो सकता. सच तो कुछ आप डेफिनेटली बोल ही नहीं सकते. It's not a definite fact. Okay, and that is the reason, you can say essence behind freedom of expression, and that is why freedom of expression is necessary to reach to the truth. सच तक पहुंचने के लिए freedom of expression जरूरी है. The arguments, the discussions, they are necessary to reach the actual truth. Okay, so this is the homework which has been given with this lecture. Define freedom, explain the relationship between freedom for individual and freedom for nation. Now very carefully you can answer this question. We have discussed what is freedom. You can first introduce in your answer what exactly is freedom. आप define करो freedom क्या है इस chapter में जैसे हमने पढ़ा है. Then you will explain in your own understanding कि भाई freedom of individual और freedom of nation के बीच में relationship क्या है. How individuals your freedom, individual freedom, and the freedom of given by your nation is interrelated with each other. आपको जो आजादी दी है उसका नेशन के ऊपर क्या असर पड़ता है, नेशन को जो फ्रीडम दिया हुआ है, फ्रीडम फॉर नेशन जो है उसका आपकी आजादी पे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. ठीक है, बिकॉज इफ देयर इज प्रेसिडेंट रूल इन अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस देन इंडिविजुअल फ्रीडम इज ऑल्सो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड. तो दैट फ्रॉम दैट परस्पेक्टिव यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन. तो यहाँ पर यू डू नॉट हैव टू यूज फैंसी वर्ड्स. बी सिंपल. जो आपके दिमाग में अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वही आप अपने पेपर पे एक्सप्लेन करो इन 150 वर्ड्स. दैट मीन्स 1 पेज, 1.5 पेज. ठीक है, 1.5 पेज में आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है. Next is what is freedom of expression. Now you can explain what is freedom of expression. Just now we have studied. Explain reasonable restriction by giving example. That also we have studied with the help of example. 200 words. That means again 1.5 पेज में आपको explain करना है. ठीक है, और 2 pages, 1.5 or 2 pages. That first you will define what is freedom of expression. Then you will explain reasonable restrictions are put on people. You can give the example, simple example of not giving the permission to use social media to a student who is preparing for a government exam or a student who is preparing for chartered accountancy exam, etc. Okay, that is reasonable restriction. Reasonable means which is justified by logic. Okay, you can give good examples. जैसे नहीं बच्चों वाले example मत देना, अच्छे example देना. Give the examples from the perspective of nation as an IAS officer. Consider yourself as an IAS officer and then attempt. Next question, explain the difference between negative and positive liberty. Give examples. Very easy question again. 2 पेज में 1.5 pages में explain कर सकते हो. First, explain what is liberty. Explain as if the examiner is a layman. आपको उसको समझाना है. Explain, define what is liberty, and then define the negative and positive liberty. Who gave this concept? That also you can mention. Question number 4, in the context of polity, which one of the following would you accept as most appropriate definition of liberty? PYQ है ये. ठीक है, तो इसमें से बताओ लिबर्टी की मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट डेफिनेशन. प्रोटेक्शन अगेंस्ट टायरनी ऑफ पॉलिटिकल रूल्स, एब्सेंस ऑफ रिस्ट्रेन, अपॉर्चुनिटी टू व्हाटएवर वन लाइक्स, अपॉर्चुनिटी टू डेवलप oneself fully. Now I told you in the definition of liberty, absence of restraint. You can pick this answer also, but you know that not liberty is not just absence of restraint कि भैया आपके ऊपर कोई restriction नहीं लगाई वो liberty है, नहीं. It also means that an opportunity will be given to a person to develop oneself. This is the essence of liberty. यही तो essence है. ऐसे नहीं रुकावटें नहीं, ऐसे तो बिगड़ जाएगा इंसान. बच्चे को कोई रुकावट मत दो आप, तो बच्चा बिगड़ जाएगा ना. बट बच्चे के ऊपर से कंस्ट्रेंट्स हटा के उसको एक मौका दो, उसको ऐसे इन्वायरमेंट पे रखो, ऐसी चीजें उसके सामने रखो जिससे वो खुद के पोटेंशियल्स को डेवलप कर सके. दैट इज द एसेंस ऑफ लिबर्टी. मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट डेफिनेशन ऑफ लिबर्टी. डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ओके, सो आई होप यू एंजॉयड दिस लेक्चर. उम्मीद करती हूँ 40 मिनट का लेक्चर आपको अच्छा लगा हो, एंजॉय किया हो. इफ यू रियली एंजॉयड इट, डू इनरोल इन दिस बैच. 400 रुपीज का ही बैच है जिसके अंदर हम चारों पॉलिटी की एनसीईआरटीज को कवर करेंगे फ्रॉम क्लास 11 to 12.